Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are, wherever you from, Street Fighter fans.
Bye-bye! Come back again!
My name is Evolved Magic. I'm reposting a couple videos here on my channel. I know I deleted a couple in the past, but I just wanted to post this video here to give you guys some of my opinions on the new Kage from a Ryu loyalist and a Ryu main perspective. I've been using Ryu, believe it or not, from the beginning, the very beginning of this game. I have not switched at all my main from the 3 seasons at all, completely, that have been here in Street Fighter V. And today, I'm very excited because they released another Shoto character.
Suzaku Castle.
Suzaku Castle is perfect for this. So, what is this? Seems like there's a new emblem here in the menu. That's interesting. So, we're gonna do some Kage gameplay here. See what an Ultra Gold Ryu main like myself has to offer with this guy. Interesting. That is gorgeous. That is sick. Okay. I am the answer, I am power, your journey ends here. The power to defeat, crush, and kill. And defeat, crush, and kill is the only power there is. All shall perish and be forgotten, death is all. Okay, so I'm actually more interested, believe it or not only in the character, but in the lore of what this character entails. So what I'm going to do is yeah, I have no doubt this is evil Ryu. His name is Kage, but I have no doubt he is involved with Ryu. This is definitely Ryu's body here. No mistaking that. So what I'm gonna actually do here is, I apologize if my arcade stick is making too much noise while I'm streaming this. What I'm actually gonna do here is I'm gonna play some Kage gameplay here, and I'm gonna find out some of the lore between this guy, see what this guy really has to offer.
Arcade.
See what this guy's about, what his backstory is. You know, is this evil Ryu consumed by the Satsui no Hado? Is this, you know, some type of evil Ryu clone by M. Bison? Let's figure this out. I have my own theories, but for the sake of time,
Story.
I'm not gonna get into that for now. So, just in case, just a little bit of proof that I am a Ryu loyalist. You guys can see some of my Ryu stats here. Day 1 Ryu main, I am not lying about that at all. I've used Ryu intensely, and even though of his tier list, it's hard to give up on such an amazing character. It really is. Makes a Ryu main like myself not even want to play the game anymore, and if he's not involved. That's how much I truly love Ryu. But let's see. I'm looking here I believe there's a character comparison in here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah. So here you can see my total matches in the ranked match with Ryu, and as you can see, I've barely used anybody else in the cast. Or was this ranked match? What is this? This is just battle count by character matchup. Yeah, I know I didn't use all these characters in ranked match. Obviously Ryu being my highest level, Ken being my second. As I can see, a lot of the characters in this cast are 0 because I haven't even used them at all. But I think this is enough proof to show that I've been a Ryu main from the jump. So I'm not faking out here when I tell you that I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Ryu. There's some more stats here. Battle by character match. Alright. Fight money earned by character, stuff like that. Alright, so let's get into the Kage. No more distractions. Alright, let's see how he goes. How this goes. I need to get into these. I have the DLC, but I really need to get into these. All right. What's going on, BK? What's going on? Nice to have you here in the stream, dude.
Separate from me.
That sounds pretty dope. That sounds pretty dope. Let's just hear that one more time.
You'll never be able to separate from me.
You'll never be able to separate from me. Interesting words there from Kage. Sounds like he's talking to Ryu there. For sure. Definitely for sure. You'll never be able to separate from me. Could he possibly be talking to Ryu? Talking about how no matter how much he trains in the power of the nothingness, that he will never be able to separate himself from Satsui no Hado deep down. Let's figure that out. Height unknown, weight unknown, affiliation, Satsui no Hado, no doubt, likes defeating powerful opponents. Alright, let's get into it.
Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all.
Okay, this is interesting. So let's see what this guy has to offer here. We have your that is a gorgeous Hadouken. Close range though. Interesting. This is a strong version. Wow. I remember a little bit about Evil Ryu from Street Fighter 4. So it seems like regardless of the strength of the fireball, it's still close quarters. So that's interesting. We have an axe kick here. Different. I'm trying to use the heavy axe kick, as you can see here, takes a little longer to take out. The light axe kick is probably the fastest, but I would assume it does the least amount of damage as the cooperative element in that move. Everything must pay a price, so you keep things balanced. Very similar here. Okay, let's finish him off with a little EX Tatsu. That is sick. That is sick. I like what I see so far. I really do.
Strong. However, this strength did not come from that man.
Whatever you say, without me, that man turns into an empty shell.
We shall see. But there is one thing I can assure you. I have absolutely no fear of you. You do not have the strength to crush the spirit of the king.
Stop spouting nonsense. You will realize soon enough, the essence of true strength lies in me.
Ryu, now I understand what you are fighting with.
Yes, so this definitely involves Ryu. But the interesting perspective is I'll get back to that in a second. Let's finish this here.
The boy? No, just a shadow.
Shadow, huh?
I'm sure you know it well, old fool. Light can't exist without shadow. I am the true power, and I am what you have been longing for.
Impudent. You are nothing but a soulless silhouette.
Soulless silhouette. And those are words from Akuma. So, I guess I'll give my thoughts after this. Let's get into some more gameplay. So, I have jabs here. Medium kick. A little stubby, but seems okay. That standing heavy punch is really short, but I would assume the damage has to be pretty good for it to be that short. Just testing out some of the normals here. So, it seemed like that didn't connect there.
This will be your grave. Fire!
Whoa. That's a sick critical
Kill them
art.
all! Destroy everything! If you can't even do that, then what you call fighting is just hypocrisy! I am inside of you, old fool. However, you've willingly kept that part at bay. Because you are faithful to your precious laws of heaven.
Oh.
Fight them, knock them down, kill them. Strength has no purpose other than that. The answer is already obvious, because I have won.
To go from being human to beyond human, to beyond demon, to reach heaven. A mere silhouette like you would never understand. You speak of strength and winning. The true fist is not created from the strength of the body, nor can it be created from the satsui. Watch and learn! Hoten, Seigen Gyaki!
The hell was that?
A shadow that can't be contained and won't be tamed. Tell me, is this the path you have chosen, boy?
I can smell your blood. I sense that you are here.
I am strong. That one, and that one. I defeated them all. The ones who you wanted to defeat, I have defeated. Do you accept it? I am the strongest part of you.
I cannot deny you. However, I do not accept that you are me.
Then what are you going to do now? You want to fight me? Defeat me? How can you even think you can do that?
Because I'm not going to fight with you.
Die! You are a coward! If you're so easily scared, then you are mine!
Interesting.
I'll fight. but I'm not trying to win over you. However, I'm not trying to lose either.
This is definitely Ryu trying to learn something of him, of the deeper, more evil origins of himself. So, let's just get into the fighting this time.
Nice hit! Now the killing!
This throw is pretty sick.
If you think you can corrupt me, if you think you can destroy me, just do it. But if you don't want to, then don't.
You bastard! Why aren't you afraid of me?
If you want to exist, then exist. If you want to leave, then leave. I will continue as I have done, and do whatever I choose to.
You think you're stronger than me?
Those words really hit home right now by Ryu.
But how?
The true Ryu.
I am...
Wow. That was a very beautiful and impressive story. So from what I can see from this, Kage is different from Evil Ryu. The classic version of Evil Ryu that most of us watching are probably accustomed to seeing. I mean, obviously he looks like Evil Ryu and he moves like Evil Ryu, obviously. You can just say from a simply gameplay point perspective, he is Evil Ryu. However, Kage, lore-wise, story-wise, in Street Fighter is different. From what I can see from this is Kage is actually the Satsui no Hado entity within Ryu. However, without Ryu being the sole body consumed by it. So what I mean by that is it's basically, in simpler terms, Ryu's evil spirit inside of him, the Satsui no Hado. But instead of the Satsui no Hado actually consuming Ryu and turning him into evil Ryu, it actually separated from his body instead, and it created its own clone. Its own, not clone, but its own physical entity. Its own physical entity, and it's roaming about. And it gave itself its own name, Kage. Shadow, because it's literally what it is. It's literally like a wandering shadow, evil shadow of Ryu's evil shadow of what he is, evil-wise. And he's wandering, you know, he's wandering, trying to prove to Ryu that he has power, and that Ryu should just embrace him. This is very interesting because a lot of the time, as is in Street Fighter history, as we know, in Street Fighter 1, 2, and 3, and 4, from what we've seen Ryu like really struggle to control this power, right? Like, we've seen him break out on Sagat, you know, have his chest rip open, and you know, he got blood splurting all over the place, and you know, we've seen Ryu struggle to control this power. You know, even with the training against Goken, I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with the Assassin's Fist series movie that came out for Street Fighter, but we also see Ryu struggle there with the Satsui no Hado against training with Ken. So Ryu has struggled, but what's interesting here is that In Street Fighter V, I believe the timeline of Street Fighter V is in the middle between Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4. So what we're finding here is that Ryu's I'm not sure if this because remember, you know, in Street Fighter 3 the ending of it was it involved Oro, right? It involved, you know, Ryu, you know, training with Oro and things like that. So maybe there was some type of awakening that Oro taught him, or something he learned from Oro to really sit down and have a conversation with this Kage, right? You know, with this version, this entity that's inside him. You know, it's very interesting. It seems like the Kage, or the Satsui no Hado within Ryu, is not able to consume Ryu anymore. It seems like Ryu's more aware of it, he's more understanding of it, and he can actually split himself completely from that entity. Obviously, he doesn't know how to banish it completely, but he recognizes it, he knows that it's there, and he can control it to the extent of where he can have conversations with it and tell it, like, no, you're not going to consume me, instead of just having it, you know, like a snap of a finger, and just it consumes him, right? And it is what it is. He can't have a conversation with it, he can't sound, he can't meditate about it, nothing. It just happens, right? As it happened, you know, in the past. But now, we see Ryu with a little bit more control, which is interesting. I'm going to take some time here to read some of the comments that you guys have been sending me. But yeah, that's my little summary of what Kage is. That I pay with. Can you buy Kage with room money? Alright, BK, so the answer to your question earlier, I didn't answer it, my bad. Earlier, I was just in that story. So Kage, you can buy him. I bought him with money. He's $5.99, $6 something with tax. But you can buy him with fight money if you have enough. I clearly don't have enough. I only have like 24,000, which is nothing now. But yeah, for sure, you can definitely buy him with fight money if you have it, or money if you have the money, however you so choose.
Please take care of this.
I purchased him now, so it doesn't say it. But before this, I believe he was like 100K, which is, it's pretty expensive. You gotta save a good deal. Let's see here.
See you again.
So yeah, that's my little summary of Kage here. He seems interesting. I'm gonna go in the lab with him now, figure out what he's out, more about gameplay wise instead of just lore. But he looks fucking sick. I think Capcom finally did a very good job on a character. I really do. I mean, they do a good job on you know, not just Kage, of course, but there's some characters in this cast that need work. They don't embody what Street Fighter really is. Less characters, you know, if you're gonna bring in a new, I mean, Kage isn't really technically even new. He just evil Ryu. You know, we don't need. I think, in my opinion, I think I've had enough with the new characters in this game. I think it's time to start bringing back what Street Fighter really is from the get-go. What made people love Street Fighter from the jump. You know, you have games of, you know, Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Street Fighter 5 is just, it's just in its own space right now. You know, it's in its own space, and it's just you compare it to the other past series of this game, and it's in its own space. This Street Fighter 5 is just Street Fighter 5. It's not a true Street Fighter game, in my opinion. It lacks characters, it lacks lore, it lacks what makes Street Fighter, in my opinion. But that's just me. But yeah, that's Kage for you. But yeah, so I'm gonna go into the lab now, experiment with some more Kage stuff, see what he can do. let's go Suzaku Castle again.
Suzaku
I think
Castle.
this is fit for our wandering evil energy of Ryu here. Kage. So I'm gonna keep him English for now, but I'm gonna change him to Japanese later. I actually prefer the Japanese dub, but that's just me. This is some really sick stuff we got going here. I love that blue color.
Kage.
He's sick, yo. Oh no. I gotta see that again. Hold on.
Kage.
He's just so ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I think he's even more ruthless now, to be honest, because of the simple fact that he's not restrained by being inside of Ryu's body. You know, so he's more just like his own wandering shadow. So it kind of like really, really brings out the mercilessness inside of Ryu. Yeah.
Kage.
Say that. All right.
Ryu.
So what our board can do. So he has 2 V triggers here. Takyaku Mudo. Let's go with that. I like the Capcom advertisements. I like that. I need to take this off. I mean it's cool and all, but
Kill them, kill them,
I mean,
kill them all.
actually, okay then, Kage. I don't know. I might keep that little ad thing. But all right. So, anybody still watching this video, you can see my Kage inputs on the left-hand side, so you can know what I'm doing. So this is his standing jab, standing light punch, standing medium, standing heavy. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this way. This is better. Let's go back to character / stage select, and let's go back to training mode to check out more distances based off of cubes and stuff like that. It's just better for spacing. But there's also some new BGMs, I believe, for training mode that came out that sounds better. So I'm going to test that out as well. Grid. It didn't give me a BGM option. Why didn't it do that?
The grid.
Why didn't it do that? Okay, 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out, trying to make this right. No, I'm taking too long on showing you guys some action. Alright,
Battle settings.
let's see. Training mode. Stage alternative. The grid stage BGM settings. Here we are. So let's do, I've heard the grid 2, so let's do that for now. Let's forget about the rest. And let's just, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is all about. Alrighty. Okay. Alright.
Training.
Actually, Kage has his own theme too, right? Shit, hold on. Hold on. We gotta get in the mood. Hold on. I'm sorry, Alex. Or the beach theme. The beach theme, I'm sorry to the beach theme for us.